Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. For my Empire lovers, and you know who you are. There's about 8 or 10 of you out there that just will not let it go. Good morning. I hope you guys are having just a wonderful day. I still am allowed to view the Reddit. I can't post, but I can view it. So I like to get the pulse of the community, man. That's it. And couple things. Someone hit me with a comment. Why are you still covering this old dead coin? Because it was my start, man. This is what actually developed a kind of YouTube channel. We're not successful, man. But you know what? If people are still gonna watch, I'll keep making videos. Doesn't hurt me. That it a little bit of time allows me to get it out, so I'm kind of cool with it. But I was checking out the Reddit. I do like to get the pulse of the community, see what's going on, see what people are concerned about, because if it concerns you, it concerns me. And that was one of the big topics up there is the XRP ruling. Is the Ripple ruling, is it going to change the any of the outcome of AMP? And I mean, no, it was never going to be about that. The SEC was never your problem. Now, I understand it's a big community, man. It's vibrant. There are a lot of people over there. There are a lot of opinions and a lot of Reddit lawyers and experts and all that other good stuff. But for the most part, man, look, the SEC was never your problem. It wasn't the SEC that torpedoed the price of AMP. It was your development team that torpedoed the price of AMP. It was endlessly selling bridges and delivering none of them. That's what torpedoed the price of AMP. It was a community that basically forgave them and turned a vice into a virtue. Not hitting deliverables is not a virtue, right? It isn't. But for some reason, a lot of you guys over there managed to turn it into a virtue. And I think a lot of them are actually on your governance board now for Ampera. I cover AMP because AMP is actually a use case token, and I like to stick in utility tokens. AMP is effectively a utility token, but whatever it was it's the time to get it out, the time to really do everything, the time for the SDK, the time to really try to dig your heels in. It came and it went, and you missed the window. It happens, man. It happens all the time in business. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you BlackBerry. It happens. But it was never really an SEC problem here. I mean, I can illustrate it anywhere in the DeFi. There's still, there's still tons of them, top 25s out there that have absolutely no regulatory clarity up there, and they're still multi-billion-dollar chains, just huge. AMP's failure was deliverables. I mean, that was literally it. It was deliverables. It was a compliant community that would take it, that would embrace it, that, again, turned a vice into a virtue, and just kept doubling down as they were getting dumped on. I mean, that's it. So the SEC had nothing to do with this one. Is it salvageable? It's crypto, man. Anything's salvageable. I'm not going to come up here and rub my crystal ball and tell you precisely what's going to happen because nobody knows. But, yeah, the XRP thing is going to have absolutely nothing to do with the price of AMP. The thing that will move the price of AMP is usage. Usage. In order to get the usage, you need to have a place to use it. And Chipotle ain't it. Dunkin' Donuts ain't it. Turning to a spend app ain't it. So whatever they do have planned to actually utilize AMP, they need to do it, or they needed to do it about 18 months ago, but they either need to do it or just give it up. Right now Ampera is the pivot, and I am incredibly disappointed by Ampera, and I'm even more incredibly disappointed by the people who continue to defend their lack of action. You know what? You had a chance here. You really did. Your grant committee, man, you guys had a real good chance to actually show, yes, we are about decentralization. We are about all of this. And then you held your vote in the stupidest manner that you possibly could. I'm sure it made sense to you. I get it. You control the entire process, and that's what anybody wants who wants to keep everything in house. You're going to control the entire process. You can have the illusion of a vote, and then you're just going to kind of ramrod the whole thing through. I mean, it's exactly what you did. I'm not knocking you, man. Look, if it was mine, I maybe would have went a little different, but it's not mine. It's yours. So I didn't care for it, but all you're doing is turning it into a governance token over there. And that's a problem. You have got to see that that's a problem. You guys have got to see that that is a big damn problem. Is the fact that you took your use case token, which you should have been finding new use cases for, and you turned it into a governance token. Or maybe you turned it into a governance token. For what it's worth, we still don't know. No white paper, even though it's going to be coming any day now. It's not a good look. I'm just saying all of that around is not a good look. The one thing you are doing right is crushing dissent. I will give you that one. That's the one thing that you guys are doing absolutely right as far as a community standpoint, is just crushing dissent. Anybody who speaks ill is up, mocked, banned, everything. So that you guys are doing right, because you also understand that crypto has a goldfish memory. And whatever happened 5 minutes ago never happened at all. So you do have that part right, the psychology of the crypto investor. But let me tail it back around. You gotta understand this. You have to understand that this is a problem. You have to understand that there are still 100 billion of these things, and that even at .002, this thing still reflects a market cap of $119 million. Now do the math. Do it for yourself. What is it going to take to, let's just say, double this thing up to .004? How much money will it take? What will it take to raise that price to .004? And then figure out where that money's going to come from, because it's not coming from your generic retail investors. It's not coming from your community. It's got to come from somewhere else. And for that to come from somewhere else, you actually have to have a goddamn product. And to this day, you still don't really. If spend was it, that's fine, man. You should really just come out and say, yeah, spend is it, and we're just going to push it harder. You should really try to do something like that, because right now all you're doing is continuing to let this thing go, bleed away, and piss it to nothing. The SEC was never your problem. It was never your problem. You made it a problem. You really brought it up. You kept pushing it. This is the reason why we're down. This is the reason why we're repressed. They effectively slapped that label on hundreds of tokens that didn't do what yours did. So eventually you're going to have to say maybe the problem is within and not external. So you'll get there. You guys will get there. I mean, don't really have a choice now, do you? So, okay, anyway, I just wanted to put this out. I know it's kind of a meaningless video, but I enjoy making meaningless videos. And when you're talking AMP, it is what it is. So questions or comments, Scott at ThePodocasts.com. I answer any and all. And until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.